guys. Today's actually Wednesday, right? I mean Tuesday. This week started off great. I have not been dropping more video. I was on a long break, not really from the market, but just a long break from social media and stuff. So welcome. This is me officially saying welcome. The community is back on track, so everything resumes today. Probably yesterday, but I didn't drop signals yesterday. But hopefully, from this week, we'll look at dropping signals again on the community. So, if you have not joined the community and you're watching this, make sure you join the All Traders community. I'll only be talking a little bit about the crypto market. First of all, we're going to look at gold. We're going to talk about the crypto market and probably what we should expect. All right, I like to talk about things like this. Jumping on gold, I already have some trades set up for golds and I have been trading gold for a week now, and yeah, probably little profit. But so let's just go to the daily time frame or the weekly time frame. Let's just analyze what's been happening or what would happen. All right, so looking at the daily time frame on gold, we do see. All right, let's just smack this up. Okay, so you can see it looks like yep, equal highs taken out. So there's a big chance that uh, we have liquidity pulling to the upside, and that's why I'm in this buy trade over here. Okay, because I'm expecting price to actually reach out to 340 to this 360 area. That's what I'm expecting price, and I'm expecting price to drop back down to like 3,000 or 3,200 or 3,100. Yeah, that's where I'm expecting price to reach. Why? Because I feel the sentiment is over. As you can see, Bitcoin is gaining more volume now, and a lot of investors, as I always say, a lot of investors will soon start switching from gold and investing into Bitcoin. So it's a matter of time before they take things up and then they start dumping gold. Not like dumping gold like we're going to see gold drop back to like 2,500. No, just a little dump, like just a little sell off probably around here, and then maybe gold will start ranging. And once that happens, then that's what we'll see. Bitcoin going up or going probably above 120 or 150, probably around that level. Hopefully, we're going to be in the bull season next week or probably next 2 weeks. I don't know. I don't know when everything kicks off, but we'll just have to watch and see how the market plays out well. So this is the analysis on gold on the weekly time frame. I mean we've been doubling down on gold a little bit, but on the weekly time frame it still shows that we have like one more leg up. We have like one more leg up, all right, before before things start dropping for gold. So I don't know when that's gonna be, but I'm just trying to let you all know to expect it. There will be huge manipulations on gold, and yeah, we should be expecting huge manipulations on gold. So how am I gonna trade on gold? So I'm expecting to sell around here. Either I sell around 340 when I take profit, I start selling, or I wait to 360 to 3 between 340. Let me zoom into this. I wait between 340 and 360. That's where I'm going to sell. Though I do have a little gap around 360. Let me go to the 4 hours. Yeah, I would want to trade around here. There's still liquidity grab around here, but I don't think that we should be expecting price to go up. I believe that once price clears around this level, then we should be seeing drop down probably back to 3k or around this level here. So that's that for gold. So don't be looking up. I would not say you shouldn't look at buy opportunities for gold, but right now that the sentiment is over in the market, and if we go to Bitcoin you will see what I'm saying. If we go to Bitcoin you will see what I'm saying. Okay, so I was supposed to take a trade on Bitcoin here. I did. You can see I've been trading Bitcoin, so it did go up to this point where my target is, and it did drop back down. So I was supposed to enter again around here, but I see it hasn't gotten to my entry, and it went back up. So let's go to the daily time frame on Bitcoin. So yeah, you can see Bitcoin is going above this zone that I marked out here. You can call it a premium zone, you can call it whatever you want to call it, but that I just marked out that zone. You can see it's also creating double highs. Alright, you can see it's equal highs. It has equal highs and it's going to clear those equal highs. So once Bitcoin is, remember I marked out a price target for Bitcoin which was 114, and once Bitcoin clears that, let's just take it up to 115. Alright, let's take it up to 115. Let's put it up to 115 or around that area. Yeah, so once Bitcoin breaks above this zone, like that is where we should be expecting Bitcoin to go, and I want to catch that above. That move will be so, shall I use the word so sweet? Yeah, that move will be so good for Bitcoin. So yeah, we should be expecting Bitcoin to get to that level. But concerning the entry, I don't think we can enter around here anymore. We already bounced off properly around here, so I'm expecting for a good retracement down. But if the retracement pulls back, keeps pulling back, then I would just hold on, see where it's going to go, and then probably I'll enter around here. That's 103. I was supposed to enter here, I missed that. I was supposed to enter here, I missed that again. Hopefully, and I'll enter here 105. If that drops back down to 103, I'll still enter a buy on Bitcoin. So I have my trades pending, so I'm just making this video to tell you all what I am doing. And yeah, I have a gap on the 4-hour time frame. You can see this. That's why I marked the zone. So I did not just mark the zone. There's a, you can see there's a, should I say a liquidation sweep, or you can call it a order block, you can call it whatever you want to call it. And then you can see there's a gap around here, dispensation perfectly outlined, and we have a retracement coming back into that level. And if we check the timing, let's look. Where's my vertical line? I didn't put that in favor. Let's this for okay, let's just put it there. So pending to the New York session, I'm hoping to get in on the New York session on the buy for Bitcoin. So I will be putting my entry around here and then taking a stop loss, probably putting my stop loss here. But that doesn't mean that if I get stopped out, I would not still be trying to look for a buy for Bitcoin. I will still be looking for a buy for Bitcoin, as again I still have other levels around here, and I still have other levels around here. But anything below this level, anything below this 101 level, that's going to be a very a good sell off for good, because if you check this here, we've been ranging. Yeah, you can see this, we range properly. So anything below this level, below this range here, I don't want price to go half of this. That you can see where my entry was, that was half of the range. I was expecting the boy came to the, it came price came down just to the top, got into it, and probably I went back up. So I'm expect, even if we do draw back, I don't want price to go below this range. If it does go below this range, that means the next place price is targeting is my next area, that's around 96 to like 92k, and we don't really want that, right? Although I'm expecting Bitcoin to go up, but yeah, we have to look at the bad side as well. So that's that for Bitcoin. I like to make my analysis speed. Okay, I don't like to waste time on that. Hopefully, I'll touch some fundamental part, but this is all technicals. Okay, these are all technicals of what I'm expecting. We have huge chunk again, so we might probably, if this level fails, then that probably we're going to be looking to sell Bitcoin to like 98k, 99k, or lastly around here 96k. But I don't think that's possible. Okay, what is visible possibly for Bitcoin right now is touching 115k. So yeah, we should be looking for that for that buy levels or buy entries to Bitcoin. So if you've not gotten an entry, you can mark those entries out, and DCA in. Okay, just do your own research and jump in. All right. So again, I saw this on the 1 hour time frame, and I'm like, okay, all right, there's a big reason why we have that retracement. You can see there's no levels really marked out here, and this shows that sell volumes are coming in. So that means that there is a likelihood of Bitcoin really going down even below 105. So there's a big chance I might even get stopped at, but it's a risk I'm willing to take. If you want to take the risk, that's fine. Again, I still have another entry around 103. So yeah, this is just a review of what I've done and what I'm doing and how I'm going to trade the market for the bull run. So this is not a deep analysis, okay? In my next video, I would make a deep analysis, probably going to touch fundamental aspects of trading, fundamental aspect of the market. Probably look at Tesla, look at the Nasdaq, and yeah, look at the E-mini futures and all that. So we're going to touch a lot of fundamentals to see why price is actually doing what it's doing. But all now is just all technicals. All my analysis now just plain technicals. All right, let's look at the DXY. All right, so I've been monitoring the DXY. As you can see, it came down here, went back up 104, and then we dropped back down to like 99. Remember, I did tell you we're gonna come back to 99. Okay, my last videos, you can go check it out. I don't know. You can go check it out. We dropped that to 99. Okay, so why is it going down? It's not because the economy is bad. I mean, yeah, it does look like the economy is bad. The US economy is bad, but it's just meant to happen. Okay, after the sentiments, everybody is how will I put this? Yeah, everybody will start going back into Bitcoin. So once Bitcoin starts going up, you should be expecting DXY to drop. And right now, due to the fact that I can see this, look, if you look at this imbalance over here, you can see price retrace back into that imbalance, and it looks like we had a little range around here. You can see this range level. Okay, and now price broke below it, went down, came back up, retraced into the imbalance, and then it is crucial to know that price, there's a big chance that price might be looking to drop back to 95. So that means that gold and Bitcoin should be looking bullish, all right? But it just depends on the volume of the buy volume, the momentum on each of them, because it's either gold has more volume or Bitcoin has more volume. And right now it's pretty much looking like Bitcoin has more volume, because if we go back to the Bitcoin chart, let's go back to Bitcoin. Look at this. When Bitcoin was is going is probably going down or something like that. Let me use the word. Let me go to the 4 hours. Okay. So when Bitcoin is showing this straight up red, let's say red candles on the gold, it wasn't really showing that. Okay. It was really showing that bullish candlestick, that's green candlestick, like for a fact that gold was going to buy yesterday. So it was showing that although the buy didn't come early on the New York session, it came late New York session. Moving on to I think Asian section, yeah, that's when things started to really move. So that's why I'm assuming that this week might be in favor of gold, and that's why I'm already in on my gold trade. If I go back to gold, if I go back to gold, um, hold on. Okay, it's going back up. You would see if I go back to my 4 hour. Let me go to my 1 hour time frame. Let me go back to my 1 hour time frame. You'll see that my trade did not trigger. I was waiting for a gap to be formed, but I entered around here. And I will show you that in the 15 minutes time frame. Let me expand this. No, let me reduce this a little bit. Let me go to the 15 minutes time frame so you can see what I'm talking about. I knew gold was going to buy, so I entered around here. I just placed a small entry, and sometimes it's like that. Okay, the one I if my trade had triggered here, all right, probably I'll be up like 500, but it did not trigger here and it triggered here. This was just a small entry because I wasn't willing to risk too much entering at this zone, because who knows, we might top off over here, and then before you know it, bam, the market crashes, and you don't want that to happen, right? So you have to encourage risk management, whether it's going to be in your favor or it's not going to be in your favor. Okay, trading is about risk. So if you use risk management and you feel you're not going to make the amount of money you feel you should make, it's good. Okay, be satisfied, don't be greedy, and you will always catch more peeps like this. You will always do that. All right, so that's that for gold. If you have any questions, let me know. And if you want me to analyze any currency pair, like any currency pair, also let me know. Looking at Euro USD. Let's just go through Euro USD quickly. Let's go to the weekly time frame so you can see how it's doing. Sorry guys, I'm speaking too fast. All right, the weekly time frame looking exactly like DXY. So that means that remember I told you all that there's a big chance that we're coming back to this zone here. I marked out this zone since like 2021, and it's still there, and now we are pulling into it. So we actually have equal highs around that area on the weekly time frame. So that's more, there's a lot of liquidity around that zone, and we can see inversely that DXY is dropping. So this just makes more sense to say that yep, DXY is probably going to go to 95 $94, and then we are going to see that increment in Euro USD. So how am I going to trade it? I should have entered around here on my weekly on my weekly swing trade, but I have not. I am waiting for confirmation, and let's see on the daily time frame. Let's see if I even have a confirmation. Okay, so on the daily, it's still where it is. You can't, because you're seeing the bullish nature on the weekly, doesn't mean you should just go ahead and buy. You don't know how far it is from price. Okay, so that's why you have to wait for your confirmation. You have to wait for that signal or that entry point. You know your entry point. Okay, you know what you use, whether you're using SMC or whether you're using whatever to enter the market. You just have to wait and be precise. So we probably, I can't say I will be entering from here, although I did mark this out, but I'll be looking. Okay, and once I get a signal, or once I get my entry outlined or confirmation outlined, I will definitely send it to the community. All right, this is going to be a very good month. All right, we've had a whole lot of crashes earlier this year, and I can tell you that this is going to be a very good month. So make sure you are following. If you have not subscribed yet, subscribe to the channel, and there's the on the description, the community is there. All right, guys, if you have any question, don't forget to ask. I'm available on Telegram and on Discord. So yeah, guys, catch you in the next one.